All right, we got today's mail call. Let's pop this open and take a look at what we got. This is I've been collecting some things that I had as a kid that I remember having, and I want to get them again. All right, let's see. Let's take this out of the way. Nicely wrapped. Very nicely wrapped. All right, let's see here. There we go. Pop it open. There we are. All right, we got from Star Trek The Next Generation. We got Lieutenant Worf in his Chief Security Officer uniform. And I had Worf as a kid. I didn't have this one. I had I don't think it's on the back here, but the Worf that I had was he wore all black. It was like his I forget what they called it. It was some kind of exploratory uniform, but he was wearing all black, and he had a backpack, and he had some other stuff with him. But here's his file card there. See if I can't. Yeah, you should be able to. Let me zoom in a little better on the second camera. Maybe the second lens can better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right, you can read his file card there if you want to. I should pause it long enough. Let's see, Starfleet gear. He comes with a Type 2 hand phaser, a ceremonial batley. I forget how you call it. Batley. I think that's how they called it. Tricorder with holster, a stand, and combat blade and sword. Batel. I can't pronounce it. I had it in my head, and now I can't think of it. Anyway, there's all the cross-sell, all the ones you can get. I have Picard, I have Troy, I have Data, and I have Worf. I have LaForge. I do want Riker next, but I don't want him with like a ripped up uniform. I want him in a regular uniform. But without further ado, let's pop this thing open. Now, the seller messaged me, said this is starting to kind of come apart a little bit. Sorry, allergies. He said it was coming apart a little bit, but I told him, I said, look, as long as it's complete, I don't care. And you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So it is all here. Let's pop it open. That was really cool, the seller, to message me and let me know that, hey, this plastic is really old and brittle and it's starting to fall apart. And because when he said when he took pictures, it wasn't coming apart then. He said, but he's had it for a while, and sitting, I guess where he had it stored at was starting to turn it yellow and brittle and making it crack and crumble. And I told him, I said, look, man, I don't really care. I plan on opening it anyway. So I said, it's really inexpensive. I mean, these Playmate Next Generation figures are really inexpensive. See, he comes with this stand. And it always kind of cracked me up how they didn't even like stamp the names on there, paint the names. It's just like a label maker sticker that just says Worf. It's like somebody took a label maker and just boop. But let's see his accessories here. Man, this tape still feels good. There's his tricorder. Up, Podcat. Hey, Podcat. Hey, Phoebe. What you doing? Being nosy. Seeing what I got as always. Let's see. I do remember these little Klingon swords, or knives, or whatever you call them. Daggers. There we go. I do have Mr. S this weekend. He's over at Mom and Dad. I just got home from work. He's over at my parents, Mom and Dad's house, and they took him to go see that Hail Mary movie today. So I'm going to go see if he enjoyed it. He said he's been wanting to see it for a while, so hopefully he enjoyed it. He's not as sticky as some of the other figures are when I get him out, but he's still a little bit sticky. Man, his hands are ginormous, though. Good grief. Let's see here. This tricorder goes in here. Don't want to shove it too far down. I'm afraid I'm going to crack that. But it does go in there. It holds pretty well. Let's see. Can he hold these? Yeah, he can hold that one pretty well. Yeah, I guess this is his laser firing. No, I'm not going there either. Let's see. Nope. Well, I guess that's his punching fist. I'm not sure if I'll have him hold anything or not. Seems like you'd be able to, like, double hand this thing at least. Let's see. I don't know what to do with this hand. Maybe it looked like he's about to punch somebody. But let's see. Hey, Podcat. See, let's put him back on his stand. There we go. And that's another thing about their stands that was kind of weird to me, is that you can't put them on there. You know, if you put them on there, I don't know if the camera picks up very well, but it's completely off the ground. Or is it? No, it ain't. His heel's touching. He's mostly off the ground, but his heel right there is touching the ground. But I guess you can, like, oh, you can stand kind of flat-footed like that. But like I said, I don't know how I'm going to display him. I don't know if I'll use that or let's see, maybe like this. I wish they didn't put blast effects on them. Like, I really wish they wouldn't have done that. Like, no matter how you hold them, everything's kind of awkward to hold. They didn't really have a whole lot of articulation on them. They had enough for their time, though. Yeah, so they had head back and forth. Arms can go up and down. They got swivel at the biceps. Then you got up and down the shoulder, or elbow. And then legs can go up and then back. And then jointed at the knee. So, I mean, they had a lot of articulation for its time. But it's definitely a product of its time. This was 1993, I believe. 1992. Okay. Yeah, this was 1992 was about when I got into G.I. Joe. Star Trek. 92 is when I got into Star Trek. G.I. Joe started kind of getting weird and started getting a little too much for me. And then this show was still on, and G.I. Joe was on its way out. So I got into Star Trek heavy, the Next Generation, real heavy, about 90, 91, but I like G.I. Joe better. But the more I watched this show, then it started becoming a me and Mom thing, because Mom used to start, when she changed shifts at her work, and she started getting home earlier in the evening, and me and her would sit down and watch it together. So it became a thing, an R thing. But it says each figure is individually numbered, and they have little numbers on the bottom there. So that's pretty cool. I definitely keep the card backs. But anyway, this was today's haul. Now I now have Captain Picard. I got Troy. That's 2. Data 3. Worf 4. And LaForge just makes number 5. So yeah, I don't plan on getting the whole entire set. I really don't. I just want to get what I remember having as a kid. And I do want to get the shuttlecraft. And because I had the shuttlecraft as a kid, and I have no idea what happened to it. We probably got rid of it because I do remember losing the cockpit door on the front, because the door opened and closed, and you had a little pilot seat in there. I do remember I don't know how I pulled the door off, but I did. And then in the back there was like a little droid or probe or whatever the thing was that scooted in the back, and I lost that. So then I lost the door. So I kind of lost everything for it. But like I said, I plan on getting that, and then I want to get definitely got to get the big Enterprise, and I'm probably going to get the Klingon ship and maybe the Romulan ship. But that's about it. I don't plan on getting a whole lot because, for one, I'm out of room. Collectors understand that, because I have no room left for anything. So I'm kind of bunching up Captain Power with Star Trek, and and I try to keep I like keeping all my stuff separate, all my franchises separate. But when you're out of room, you don't have a choice. You kind of have to just squeeze everything together. So, but anyway, enough rambling. This was today's haul. I don't know if you can see his face very well. They did okay for face sculpts back then. Kind of looks like he has braces on though. Worf was always growling at somebody, or one Riker, one bridge. But anyway, this is today's haul. Everybody, take care. I definitely recommend Wreck Ship 85, Triple D's Dungeon, Podcast from the Pit, Up Punk with Toys, One In Toys, What's on Joe Mind, Fandom Power, 3POA, Pixel Dan, It's Chad, Hyperdelic, G.I. Jetman, 3-Star Draw, Emerald Knight Photos, Watch Circle of Jerks, Model Misfit, Frostbite's G.I. Joe Repro, Kiwi Custom, and always Ronnie Trickshot. That awesome, fantastic fella. Anyway, everybody have a good day. Take care. And space, the final frontier. Take care, everybody.